So in today's class, I'm going to be teaching you guys smudge painting from beginning. I'm going to be teaching you smudge painting from scratch. Everything you need to know about smudge painting, not actually everything, but a well-detailed video on smudge painting. Everything you need to know about smudge painting is being explained in this video. Okay, so just make sure you give this video a thumbs up and like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime we drop a new video. If you look on my screen, I have a picture here. This guy is a celebrity. I'm going to be using this picture. As you can see, I'm cropping the image now. I'm cropping the image. I'm going to fast forward here. I'm cropping it, and once I'm done cropping, we are going to move to the next step. Stay tuned, guys. You will enjoy this video. So now, before you start smudging, there are things you need to do. You are going to prepare the image. There are steps involved in smudge painting. Number one is cropping the image, removing the background. That's the meaning of cropping. The next thing is you get the image ready for smudging. So what do I mean by getting the image ready for smudging? There are some things you need to do first before you start smudging. First, you have to go to your image menu. I've explained the screen features of Photoshop. Just go to my channel, you will see the first video I did here, introduction to Photoshop. You will learn everything there. So now you get to your image menu, you go to image size. If you go to image size, you check here, you will see resolution. Here is resolution. Okay, you change this resolution to 300. Change it to 300. That's the first thing you need to do. So this resolution will increase the image quality. Okay, you can see when you zoom the image, you can see it clearly. So sometimes if the image does not have good quality, if you did not increase the resolution, you won't see it clearly. And if you zoom the image, when you zoom the image, you're not going to see it clearly. The line will be broad. So that's why you need to increase the quality by increasing that resolution. So now I have cropped this image already. So let me show you guys the original image. Okay, so this is the original image, and this is the main image we are going to use now. I've cropped it out. I've explained how to crop. Just go to my channel, you understand it better how to use pencil. Okay, now the next thing we are going to do is you duplicate this image. You can see your layer. Duplicate this image on your layer. Just Ctrl J. Just press Ctrl J. The image will be duplicated. Then once you duplicate the image, you come to there. This normal, you can see on your layer, but on your layer above, on your layer, so on top of your layer, you see where the road normal. You see, just click on that normal. Change this thing to vivid light. Note you are on this first layer. Okay. Then once you change it to vivid light, you come to your filter menu. You go to order. You go to high pass. You high pass the image. Okay, so the reason why we are high passing is to make the image look clearly. I get it to bring out the details in the face, the details where there is line, it will come out where everywhere will just be very clear. Don't increase it too much, just leave it as so, depending on how the image is. If you have a very low quality image, you increase it high. If you have a good quality image, just increase it more. As you can see, this image has a good quality, so I'm going to use let me use 2.6. then you press OK. So after the high passing, if you look at your layer, you will see that particular layer you high pass will be like a shadow. You can, if you look at the layer thumbnail, then what you are going to do, you are going to merge this layer with the one under it. You right click on the layer, click on merge down. Merge down means it will merge the image with the layer on top, under it. You just merge it with the layer under it. Are you seeing it now? Yeah, we are having two layers now. So now after this, you are going to go to image menu again. You go to adjustment, go to shadow and highlight. Get it? Then you are going to increase the shadow and highlight. You are going to adjust it here. Change this one to like, depending on the image, this thing does not have a specific value. Okay, you change the value according to the image. Like if the image is a dark skin person, just increase this first one like this. then reduce this one. If the image is the right skin, the person is very fair in compression, you just increase this one and reduce this one. So this one, this man is not that fair, it's not that fair, though it's fair in compression. I'm going to make this one higher than this one. Okay, if this man is very fair in compression, I will make this lower one higher than the upper one. Are you getting it? So this is what you do. After this, you press OK. Alright, so now the next thing we are going to do now is we are going to oil paint this image. Before we start smudging, we are going to oil paint. Okay, let's oil paint now. Come to the image, duplicate it. Anything you want to do that will affect the whole image, make sure you duplicate the layer before you do it. I've duplicated this layer, Ctrl J. Then you go to your filter menu, go to oil paint. If your oil paint is not working, there's another alternative. I'm going to make that video later if I've not made it already. I'm going to make the video. If your oil paint is not working, you have to go to a website called photopair.com. If you go to that website, you can oil paint your image, then come back here. Are you seeing it now? I'm trying to oil paint this image. If you want to zoom this thing, hold your Ctrl key, then click it. This is how the image will look like. So now if you look at these adjustments, you reduce this shine, this down, this shine at the bottom, the last adjustment, change it to make sure it's on 0. Make sure you put it on 0. Sometimes we do put it to 5 depending on where you are oil painting, but if you increase it, then if you look at the sometimes we do increase it, but before you increase it shine, before you increase the shine, make sure the cleanliness is increased. Well, make sure you increase the cleanliness, because if you reduce this cleanliness, as you can see now, look at this image. Are you seeing what is happening? Okay, so that's why you need to increase this one if you want to increase the shine. Okay, but if you don't want to increase the shine, just put it at 0. It shouldn't affect the image like that. Just put it at 0. Or if you must increase it, just increase it a little bit, and make sure the cleanliness is increased very well. Then this stylization as well as this one, you have to increase it well. Then these other ones, they don't really have a great effect, but just increase them. You can see what they are doing. Then I think that's all. After this oil painting, you do what? You press OK. She wrote. Alright, so now can you see the effect of oil painting? Let's close this. See the image before, see it now. The oil painting make it like somehow smooth and oily, as the name implies. Okay, now after this oil painting, the next thing you are going to do now is to start smudging. But before we start smudging, we are going to crop out the clothes. The reason why we are going to crop out the clothes is because so that when we are smudging, we are not going to smudge the body inside the clothes. That's why if you want to, that's why after the that's why we're supposed to do this before we start all this event. It's part of the cropping, boss. You can do it anywhere, you can do it anytime. So now we are going to crop out this these clothes on a separate layer. So now we are going to use our pen tool. Let's use our pen tool. We are going to crop out these clothes. Let's crop it out.